people here in Aruba, ready for takeoff.
I'm ready to go.
We can go at a pretty low altitude today to enjoy some of this beautiful Caribbean scenery. I'm going to cruise at 1,500 the whole way. Almost the entire flight, the elevation is going to be sea level or very close to it.
Parking brake-o.
はい、新共和国パイロットです。コールサインは早手
Yes, Republic pilot. 1944.
My call sign is Hayate 1944.
My call son's fashion 194.
We are rolling. We're underway for Community Fly-In Friday, Leeward Antilles edition.
うおー、
In the Caribbean, celebrating the release.
離陸していきますね。流れに乗っていきましょう。
It's going to take off. Go with the flow.
Peter, I got your stream coming back. Let's actually watch your takeoff here.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Just because it's, for the lulls.
Gear.
You see me soon?
うっとぶね。
Very much delayed.
お、なんかおかしいぞ。
It has been a long time.
トリミングセンターになって
That's strange.
To be honest with you.
あ、トリミングセンターになってなかった。ビビったー。
Hey, I am airborne.
Oh, I didn't think you'd be sorry.
So am I. The flight plan, Tom, you posted has some funny. I think it's either it has some procedures loaded or something.
Oh yeah, that could be.
Yeah. That I said IFR and you said don't worry about it.
I actually have Tim Dunn leaving me in his desk very quickly in his vision jet.
Wow, that's amazing noise from space.
Lots of other beautiful people flying along. There's
今日はマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの、公式集会に、参加していきたいと思います。
Today I would like to participate in the official gathering of Microsoft Fly Simulator.
ワールドツアーは今日は一旦中断して、ワールドアップデート16の、見どころを見ていくみたいですね。
It looks like the world tour will be temporarily suspended for today, and we will take a look at the highlights of World Update 16.
Flight plan.
It's an airport, no? Chingo?
It might be a POI. Oh no, it is. It is a touch and go. We are flying to Curacao. It is Willemstad International Airport in Curacao.
Tango November Charlie Alpha.
That sounds like it could be right. There's only,
ワ
I believe there's only one
ールドアッ
airport
プデート16は、まあ、マーケットプレイスから、ダウンロード無料で、してインストールすることができます。
It's fine.
World Update 16 can be downloaded and installed for free from the marketplace.
From each of you. I've got Peter and Blue are broadcasting, but I'm getting really low frame rates from you. I'm guessing the problem's on my end.
Yeah, I think you have to restart the server again.
Okay, and Tom, I'm not getting anything from you. All right, Stem, I'm going to restart the server. Just give me a second. I'll leave it on my point of view for a while. Talk amongst yourselves. Peter, here's a topic of discussion for you as our resident Dutch citizen. Talk about the relationship between the ABC Islands and the Kingdom of the Netherlands and how those relate to what we would consider sort of like the mainland Netherlands or Holland.
Well, to be fair, that's quite a complex one. I think we first get around to this. Now, doesn't sound good. It's okay. No, it's not. It really is not. Don't worry about it. Might be the Tango November Charlie. Yeah, that sounds that's good there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the relationship.
ちなみにカリブ海のどこを飛んでいるのかあんまりよく分かっていません。
By the way, we don't really know where in the Caribbean they fly.
We see it as an enrichment of the current mainland. beside the Netherlands themselves.
All right. Just a quick note for Peter, Tom, and Blue. I've put a new link to the new server in the chat. You want to try reaching?
Apparently the audio is gone. Oh no. No sound. Like,
It's fine.
and my Discord is also.
公式集会も最近、F15 イーグルで飛ぶような速
Okay,
度
I have
ばっかり
absolutely
だ
no
ったんです
control
け
over
ど、
Discord. If you're having a problem with
やはり
that,
軽飛行機もたまにはいいです
Official and
ね。
lately I've been talking about flying speeds like an F-15
Are there
Eagle.
any sun flares or something? Because none of the technology is working at the moment.
Oh, the sim is running.
Yeah, that works. So CDI currently direct thinking of
すげえノイズだなぁ。
I guess. Is that-
Wow,
is that the
that's a lot of noise.
I don't know. I'm flying blind here.
I sent you the flight plan.
Yeah, but Tom. Sure.
Alright, I should be sending the feed again.
Tango November Charlie is on the next island. From there.
Yeah, that's the one Peter is.
Okay, Blue, yeah. Your frame rate looks good now. Is
この
that,
飛行機も時
you
々
know, is your flight
飛んで
be
ます。
about
ああ、そうか。今日は海に降りれる飛行機が推奨なので、そうですね。
I fly the aviation course from time to time, so it's fairly popular. So today I recommend a plane that can land in the sea.
Frame rate's choppy again.
Fine.
しかし、なんとかならんもん
Anyone
な
else?
We've had this before, haven't we?
し、
Mitsukoshi.
雑音
Suddenly
は。
everything was well again, and now
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, you know what I did? I reinstalled the RTMP server software, and that fixed it temporarily. But I don't know why it's doing this again. All right, Peter, are you? No, you're paused still. Tom, yeah, nothing from
レ
you.
ハビランドカナダ6。
Rehabland Canada 6.
why is that? Why is it?
Okay, Tom, I got you insight. Now you're behind me in your vision jet. You're way behind me. I thought you were.
I'll fix that. No worries.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's an Xbox issue. Well, since we are all flying on PC and we're just using OBS, the probability of being an Xbox issue are extreme.
Word.
No, the
あ、
issue
使わないのか。多分見えないんだ
broadcast
な。
software we're using, to get the stream
I can't
from
say I won't use it.
Blue. Has nothing to do with flight sim itself.
英語。これもおしゃれな飛行機ですね。
English. This is also a stylish airplane.
なるほど。A5。
Weather is
A5.
You like weather?
so better than live weather is where my sunset is.
It's a bit overcast.
これはビジョンジェットという飛行機ですね
You。know, I just used the high level cloud.
なかなか
I think that, you know what you're seeing on your
可愛
screen
ら
now
しい
is
飛行機
beautiful.
ですが、ジェットですよ、これ、ジェッ
But this is real weather.
This is a song called Vision Jet. It's a pretty cute airplane, but it's a jet.
Real weather looks like.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of prefer mine, to be honest, Peter. Oh, your frame rate looks fine.
But this is real.
At least for now.
This looks like.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the real weather myself.
Yeah,
I mean, it's.
6 to 7, that's normal.
ト。これ足がどうなってんでしょうね。
Alright, and Blue, are you...
スキーとタイヤが混じって
Look,
る。
I wonder what's going on with my legs.
Tom,
こ
are
れ
you
はダイヤ
broadcasting
モンド
again?
エアクラフト
Should
かな
be, yeah.
Yeah,
Eh,
and...
Is this a diamond aircraft?
Okay, whatever... Fingers crossed,
see,
knock on wood, whatever
yeah.
tech gremlins you have, Peter's going to be...
That's a beautiful airplane.
For now. Libatorius says the new overlay is very nice. Well, that's all Inquest. He's been working on that. He did one for the new Dev live stream, which you may have seen a couple days ago as well. We've been revamping our production quality here on the MSFS official Twitch channel. That's all my colleague Inquest. 100%.
Where did English go
If you like
A5?
the new overlays, give her a big round of applause and virtual thanks.
16.
She's 100% responsible for that.
Seriously, great job, Ink. I was watching the developer thing this morning, and I was like, man, who did the overlay? I was like, I legit thought that. I was like, wow.
I specifically mentioned it to Jane that I like the overlay. She said, yeah, it's all.
I was gonna give Jane credit too. I'm glad I did.
持ってないような気がするので、多分標準の飛行機に見えちゃってますね。
Well, I believe Jane actually made the original one.
I don't think they have a 131, so it probably looks like a standard airplane.
Really good too. You know, I thought that Jane did a great job then. Inquest is the graphic design expert on our team. You know, all the promo images for Fly In Friday, anything you see on our social sites like Instagram.
さあ、集会ですよ。パイレーツカリビアンですよ。
Come on, it's the Mediterranean, it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
So yeah, it's a graphic design. Like, great job.
しかし、すげえノイズだな、この。
Props to her as he flies a Cessna 172.
どう考えても。
I wonder if the headset is cheap after all.
In that case,
Nihama
for me, it's then turbo
Sang.
props to her as well.
MX
Mr. Mahama,
知らない飛行機ですね。
Definitely.
unknown airplane.
I gotta say, the water at Microsoft Flight Sim is just freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, now if you saw the dev live stream on Wednesday, York did acknowledge there is an issue with World Update 16 in the northern Caribbean.
This is-
so like around the Bahamas in particular. Some of the water masking is not working correctly.
Is that from before?
It's fine in the southern Caribbean where we are in Leeward Antilles. But the team is aware. They're working on a fix.
飛行艇です
York
ね。
mentioned on the dev live stream.
It's this
I believe
flying
it's a
boat.
server-side fix, so there shouldn't be any kind of client download or anything, no patch or anything
隊
required.
長かな
So
来
they're
たらそのご
optimistic
挨
they can have
拶
that
しておき
deployed
ます
York
が。
mentioned
はい、ヘリコプターい
within
る
a。few days. Not a promise.
How are you feeling?
but obviously
Would you like to
they're
say hello tomorrow?
That's what York mentioned on Wednesday. So stand by on that one. We apologize. We know the new
ヘリ
water
コプ
mask
ター
was
が
a
います
hype
ね。ベル
feature for
407。
World Update 16.
バラバラバラバラバラバラ
Obviously,
バ
the
ラ
team's very excited to get that in your hands. And unfortunately,
There's a helicopter, Beer
part of the
407.
World Update, not all of it's per York.
おはようございます。
The dev stream on Wednesday.
Good
よろし
morning.
くお願いします。ああ、この前苦戦に苦戦を重ねた BF109 じゃございませんか。いい飛行機
Aren't you BF 109, who has struggled through many hardships?
Actively working on it as we speak. In fact, just before the live stream started, I was on a call with our web guy, and he was going over, advised me some of the stuff he was working on to try to get that fixed. So we're very much aware, and there are people working on that at this very moment.
隊長おはようございます。今日もよろしくお願いします。
So Peter, have you ever been to the ABC?
Good morning. Thank you also today.
And I still want to go very badly, but yeah, I haven't had a chance yet.
So I've been to Curacao, where
バラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラバラ
Is it pronounced
GC4 4あるけど6はないとかそんなんなのかな。
Or at least we pronounce it Curaçao. I'm not sure what it's.
It's falling apart, 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 it's falling apart.
Sounds like it looks like
It's falling apart, 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 it's falling apart.
type of liqueur, like blue
Curacao.
Curacao, yellow Curacao, you mix in tropical cocktails. I actually did not know it was named for the island until I've actually been there.
So what's it like? How did you like the trip?
I'll show you some photos when we get there. We'll do some sim versus reality photos because with the world update, obviously the team did a fantastic job with the new POIs and capturing the scenery of whatever it looks like.
バラバラバラバラ。あ、またこれ
You know, it's a tropical Caribbean island.
ヘリコプタ
You know, I think
ー
it's。exactly what you would expect it to be like. Although
Helicopter.
as Peter was mentioning, it does have a bit of a
この
Dutch
回転翼に巻き込まれそう
feel
で
to it,
力
more
が
so
つくの
than
が
some
怖
of
い
the
で
other
すな、ヘリコプ
Caribbean
ターは。
islands do.
I feel like I'm going to get caught up in the rotor. I'm scared of my
Building
ability.
styles and stuff like
Yes,
that.
the architecture for sure.
Ah, okay. The only parts of the Caribbean I've been to have been like Bahamas,
Luckily, they only copied the building architecture, not the
Squash.
food. Right.
Yeah, I remember having some delicious seafood when I was in
Yeah.
So obviously,
Yeah,
in the Caribbean, you're gonna get lots of
公
fresh
式
seafood.
集会で
Blessing.
TF109 がいるのはやや珍しいような気がしますね。スピットファイヤーのが多いような気がしま
Is
す
it
ね。
not good, or is it just not like pretty?
I feel like it's a little rare to see an F109, but I feel like there are a lot of Spitfires out there.
Dutch kitchen is based on poverty. So in really bad times, what could we eat? Then you would get like smashed potatoes with mashed vegetables, some sort of cold
いやー
stuff like
平和
that.
です
Whatever
な。
we
次
grow
の
in
島が
winter,
見えてき
that's
た
what
か
we eat, and then we would make it less terrible by.
No, it's peaceful. Can you see the next question?
That's the whole Dutch kitchen.
皇帝ブラザーズがいる。
Tell you,
There are airship
use
brothers.
the most beautiful things like fresh cheese, beautiful pasta, and
ちゃん
fresh
と
tomatoes.
見えてんのか
Dutch
な
kitchen has some of it.
見え
Just
てない
normal
気
based
が
on
するんだ
very
よ
simple,
な
very plain, almost tasteless.
どんな飛行機なんだろう
I guess I feel like I can't see it.
皇帝ブラザー。今日は地方まだ見てないですね。
Really based on having awesome.
Legal Browser 1 report today. I haven't seen it yet.
So luckily, Curaçao didn't copy that, but they just used their own resources. Very nice, very delicious food.
Micah says, when doing a water landing, should water rudders be deployed before or after landing? So I'm not float certified, so I can't give you a definitive answer, but I would always deploy them after landing.
I'm also not close to it. I can
ああ、まだノイズが。
Yeah, you were. They're purely.
Amada noise.
You get some speed, you have.
一番先頭ですかな、今日は。最長編隊。
I wonder if this is the first one today.
Planes land in water is such a cool thing to see.
So violent, right? So much what's going on. It's so scary.
So
That's
when
rare
I
these
live in
days.
The Vancouver Harbor, the waterfront, there are beavers and twin otters and otters that operate there all the time, flying through Vancouver Island and elsewhere. And if you ever spend some time on the Vancouver waterfront, it's a great place for plane spotting. You can watch float planes taking off.
Ah,
Pretty
it's
much every
on you.
10 minutes, there's an aircraft moving.
Ah, there is.
Whoa, that was a loud noise.
Sorry,
that's
my
not-
dogs are freaking out. The cargo in the back.
I actually tried to see if I could get my float plane license. And here in the Netherlands, there is not a single float plane. Not one.
い
Really?
る。
Where would you have to go? Where would be the closest?
There
place
is.
To,
I don't know. I haven't looked further, but I think Norway, that kind of stuff there.
oh, wow.
Maybe
で
Denmark.
けー。
But yeah, it wasn't really feasible to get that. Then, if you even if you get it, then what? Because there is a float plane in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
これも右側4個のプロペラ表現が今一つ。
Hello, there was an expression of 4 propellers.
Yeah, you could be the first one.
Get a Icon A5.
We can land it. We can
I
land
should
it at
have
sea.
flew that. Why didn't I think of that?
Land
Yeah,
in
you
the
can-
canals in Amsterdam.
I was gonna
that's
say.
somebody said that. Land in
Experience.
the canals.
It's gonna go well.
Yeah. Don't see any problem with that.
I actually was there again in December with the parents of my girlfriend and we went full tourist mode. Yeah, and we went on one of those canal tours. I was pleasantly surprised that it was an electric
Nian.
one. That side,
あ、
like the whole
ラジコン
tourist
想像にす
boat
ると難
that
しい。
goes around the city was fully electric.
Difficult to connect to radio control.
I think boats are still the most, especially those kind of boats, you know, which only do short routes, are by far the most feasible vehicles to get electrified.
I think
We got
a couple of-
Mustafa in the chat. What's up?
Because weight is an issue,
yeah,
right? You
what's
just
up?
stuff it with batteries. Yeah, water and electricity aren't the best friends, but most boats don't sink, so, right?
As long as you don't think, you're okay,
As
right?
long as they're sinking, I mean, if you sink, you have other problems than the batteries, right?
I mean, the battery would also be really heavy, wouldn't it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Exactly. So the ships are one of
ただいまマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの公式集会に参加しています。
Well, I'm currently participating in an official gathering for Microsoft Flight Simulator.
It's like 1.2 or 1.3.
コミュニティフラインフライデーってや
Minimal,
つ
right?
で
So
す
it's
ね。
designed for like 100 kilo, 100 Newton.
It's
force,
Community
and then
Flying
the
Friday.
120, 130 force, braking force. So it's a 1.3 safety factor. On ships, the safety factor is like
で、
60 or 20.
ワールドアップデート16の対象の、カリブ海のあたりを飛んでおります。
We are flying around the Caribbean Sea, which is subject to World Update 16.
Mustafa says, CD, I had jury duty this week, and the judge sounded just like you and could pass for you in like 30 years.
Was he that young?
All right, I've got the island of Curacao in sight, just on the
俺
horizon
曲がった
there.
胴
The
体
main
が
city in
特
Curacao
徴
is
的な飛行機です
Willemstad.
ね。で、ハビランド、カナダ、
Peter, I presume that was
CH4。
named after probably a Dutch ruler.
But I'm Canada DH4, a flying land with a slightly distinctive curved state.
Willem of Orange. And Willemstad means Willem's city.
There are a couple of pretty cool bridges in Willemstad, and we'll see them in the sim. I think.
I'm sure there are a lot of people behind me.
16. Hopefully, the larger of the two will be underflyable. The smaller of the two is just a pedestrian bridge, and most definitely would not be underflyable in the sim. You couldn't.
I'll
In
leave that to
fact, you
your
can't even
sim.
take a boat underneath it. It's actually a really cool mechanism. It's a swing bridge. So it's on a hinge on one end of the bridge, and the entire bridge will swing like a door to allow boats to pass.
なんだろう。
So most of the time it's
Beechcraft
closed.
B350.
Pedestrians
ビ
walk
ーチクラ
across
フ
the
ト
bridge.
モデル
But then
350
when
のや
there's
つ
a
かな。
boat that's queued up to sail in or out of the harbor,
Something like a
the
craft
entire
model
bridge will swing open
350.
on a hinge,
あ、消えた。
just like a door.
I think that's how most
日本
bridges
のコー
go.
ルサインの方発見。
No,
we
so
landing here?
So it swings horizontally.
I found a Japanese call sign.
Yeah, we have a couple of those here too.
日本で参加されているのはこの三浜さんは
Oh,
結
oh
構
my
参加されてますね。
God. Peter, get your button
あの
ready.
兄さん。
Ms. Mahama is participating quite a lot in Japan.
On the topic of what we were just talking about, the largest city in Curacao, she said, I heard they were going to name the largest city Curacao City,
まあ、あ
but
と
they went with Will
数
instead.
名時々見かけることがあるといった感じでございましょうか、ね。
Also, there are times when I see someone I know.
For us to speak Dutch, it's hard to.
Oh.
Yeah, but I get it.
Because
Of.
we know the correct pronunciation, but yeah.
which doesn't even come close to that. But yeah,
体調変態に
MB339.
Joke that really only works in English.
yeah.
この塗装もいいな、
And
この
you
飛行機。
joke very loosely there. With
Yeah,
it.
very loose.
This plane.
Anyway, it's nice to see you actual. We're
It's a joke. It's more of a sentence actually.
イタリアの練習機ですね。
actual. If you're just joining us, that's actually
It's an Italian training
in
aircraft.
sight to my 12 o'clock. We're currently 17 nautical miles.
You know what I just noticed, guys? On the float of the Cessna 172, there is a paddle.
ちょっと後ろの方どんな飛行機がいるか眺めていきますか。
Oh, that's a nice touch.
Let's take a look at what kind of planes are in the background.
I don't have no idea.
For me, the stream looks frozen.
It's hard to
こ
tell
の
when
マイ
people
ク
are
ロソ
flying
フト
over
フライ
water.
トシミュレ
The
ー
stream
タ
is
ーって
frozen.
一度にマルチプレイヤー50機だか100機だかなんか限られた数しか表示できないので離れる大勢いる時は離れたやつは見えなくなっちゃうんですよね。
Now in the sunset environment.
This Microsoft Fly Simulator can only display a limited number of multiplayer games at once, such as 50 kilometers or 100 periods, so when you move away, you can't see the ones that are far away.
Are you flying again, CD?
There's also a Willemstad in the Netherlands. Technically,
Technically, Curacao is in the Netherlands. I'm flying the X Cub on floats. Oh, look at this! We got a spruce goose rubber duck.
A little G44G
We
361.
also have a Grumman goose. So we have
ボーイング
Narjeza.
738 H160
I don't know how to pronounce your name. My apologies.
Boeing
Grumman goose
738H160.
and the claw.
You have a flock of geese. Should I restart OBS?
G21 多いですな。
Sec.
もうだいぶ
There are a lot of G21.
We got Toms and Blues are both coming through now. Let's just go to their POV. That looks better on Tom. Oh, that's a gorgeous sunset, Tom.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. I thought that's more fitting for the Caribbean.
Fine.
And
We're not-
yeah, Blue,
we're not-
yours is working as well now. But let's. I'm gonna go back to Tom's. That is such a pretty shot.
With the VTL, it's really like
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
fine. Peter, is that the same
セスナ
one that,
170 と
tried to conquer
D17
Brussels?
D17 ってどこの飛行機だったっけな。
That's what Wikipedia says.
Facility 170 and D17 Day 17.
They said a few, so they numbered them, but I'm not sure.
That's the first one they say. Willem first of the Netherlands.
Yeah, could well be. It's probably the same, yeah. Then.
Should have
服用
succeeded.
機なのに
but no.
シャリに吹き込み式なんですね。
Anyway,
Even though it's a dosing machine, it's retractable into your car.
セスナ172に
real time is
あ、ワイルド
I
キャ
think
ットいる。
noon, late afternoon, early afternoon.
Oh, there's a wildcat.
Yeah, but we don't.
我が宿敵ワイルドキャット。
Well,
Zero
now
sense
actually,
さえあれ
Peter's
ば。
shot looks pretty nice too.
Yeah, there you go.
My nemesis wildcat if only there were zero fights.
Oh, Peter, get your button ready again. Factual asks if the Willem who attempted to conquer Belgium was Willem the friend or Willem the foe?
追いつけね
I can catch up.
So we do have touch and goes, but I'm not sure I will be able to. I can do water landing.
I'm personally planning a water landing in the Willemstad
え。だいぶ
harbor.
低いと思うんですけど。
I brought floats for a reason and land on some water.
I think it's quite low, but the
While you
altimeter.
guys are doing
Feet
sunsets, I
ぐらい
think it's
かな。
time for a new day. I got sunrise.
Probably about a
Oh,
beat.
Flying eastbound directly into the sun. That is pretty.
あ、スピードが遅いので、
Because the speed is slow.
イーグルだったらこんな高度まで来たらもうめちゃめちゃ怖いんだと思うんですけど、
Fine, Louis.
この回でもまあさほど怖さはありませんが、738は見えないので標準機が見えているはず。
I had to do it.
ワイルドキャットが見
If it
て、
were an eagle, I think it would be really scary if it had a code like this, but it's not that scary at all. But since the 738 can't be seen, the standard aircraft should be visible.
You know, seeing right out to the horizon.
Seeing the way the water
Like,
reflects the sun is so nice. You put that in the Microsoft trailer.
この飛行機の最高速
If
度
only we
じ
could
ゃ
have a solar eclipse. So solar
ワイルド
eclipses
キャットが
are
本気出したら
actually
絶対追い
accurately
つけないです
modeled
から
in
ね。
Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if you
The
set your
maximum
date and
speed of this
time
plane.
and
If
location,
Wildcat were to get
because
serious,
solar
he would
eclipse,
never
you
give
can
up.
actually see it in the sim. It's pretty cool.
I gotta get a screenshot. It froze on your, I'm not sure.
Now here's a question. I actually don't know the answer to this. If you were flying the Dark Star, could you stay in the shadow of a solar eclipse as it moves across the continents? Are you fast enough?
I don't see why
I
not.
think you can.
ソーラーエクリプ
You
ス。
can. I mean, the Concorde already could
Sky
see from the sun,
eclipse.
right?
I actually don't know. I'm sure this is online somewhere, but like, at what speed does this shadow of a solar eclipse move along the ground?
No,
By the way, just switching back to my screen for a second here, we see a lot of large like oil tanks here. Curacao is actually, it's very industry-centric island, particularly for the oil industry. A lot of oil refineries, oil extraction that takes place here. You think of most Caribbean islands, you think of like tourism is kind of their main industry. Curacao, very much oil is their main industry.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So definitely, there's a lot of in Willemstad itself. There's a lot of smokestacks, a lot of heavy industry that you'll see if you visit there. Outside of the kind of the main tourist areas, it's definitely an industrial town.
Our departure, I saw a lot of wind farm on that island. Not sure if you guys caught that too.
I think I saw it.
Yeah.
In Boulder, we are flying in the what's known as the Leeward Antilles, or specifically the ABC Islands of
It's
Aruba,
quite thick.
Bonaire, and Curacao on today's fly-in Friday, celebrating the recent release of World Update 16 Caribbean, which came out earlier this week.
60 Caribbean.
And we're currently over Curacao. We
Sexy
departed from
Calvia.
Aruba, we're at Curacao now, and then Bonaire will be the third island we'll visit on
隊
today's
長英語で喋ってるから全然意味が分かりま
So
せ
where you
ん
guys
な
putting it down at? Which patch of water? There's a lot of
Physical
it.
condition.
I'm
I can't
right
understand
in
what
the
you
harbor.
mean because you're speaking in English.
If you look at my screen, so if you go to the airport, it's sort of to the like I'm flying over the runway right now. So the main harbor is kind of to my 1 o'clock. In fact, I'm going to disable my autopilot and just fly manually over there.
My visibility is 0 because I'm flying towards the sun. It's kind of hazy.
Yeah, if you have live weather, it's like super foggy.
I prefer it to some artificial weather or city.
Right? Yeah.
すげえノイズが入る。おーい。
Crafts, there is noise.
God mode, changing the weather in a time.
Yep. Wouldn't it be nice if you could control the weather in real life?
ウィレムスタッド、ハト国際。
Pilots, they would
That
love
would
that.
cause for endless
Hatoka.
flights.
Willemstad Hato International Airport.
Turn on sleep. Turn off the
Localized
sun.
weather.
Yeah, like localized weather, like Charlie Brown
Just
style.
above
You
your
get like
head.
you get a 2-meter bubble around your person, around which you can control the weather to your personal liking.
Alright. Coming
そんな
in
に
for
あれじゃないんだよな。広いかすむんだけど。
Well, he
already.
is flying,
Motion
yeah.
compensation activated.
It's different erotic though.
I only flew at 1:30.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, I also have already overflown the airport.
Alright.
ライブウェザーで
With live weather.
空港の近くになるとすごいかすむことが最近多いっすな。こう数日。
Lately, it has become very hazy when I'm near the other
なん
side.
か降りるんだな、こ
Well,
れ。
one of the two, the larger of the two. This is actually, if you ever go to Willemstad, this bridge sort of dominates the skyline. You can see it from almost everywhere.
この飛行機はフラップもなんもないので、思いっきりサイドスリープをかまして、
Yeah,
減速で
it's
す。
something
If
that's
you-
happening recently.
Since I don't drink this scotch even with flaps, I slow down by side slipping as hard as I can.
Whenever I'm doing these group flights at touchdown, it just freezes.
You get some stutters. So it's not the broadcast, it's your sim.
No, it just freezes for a full 10 seconds.
By the way, look at all this more oil tanks from the petroleum
こういっ
industry
た
here in
ち、
Curacao.
なんで矢口が
It's
ペ
a
ペペペ
very, very
って言ってるから
industrial city outside the main water.
Because it's out on the first.
Okay, so here's the bridge. I'm gonna try to underfly it.
This is
I've
more
never
of a
tested this
target.
yet, so fingers crossed this will work.
前に人がいた。
And as we fly underneath the bridge, take a good look to the
There were
left of my
people who were good at it.
We're going to see some very
Oh, oh,
colorful buildings in the waterfront.
Yeah,
here,
guys,
and
those
we'll
are
do a
them.
sim versus reality comparison.
Korea.
105 or 2
I'm gonna try to do
airfields.
a water landing here too in the Curacao Harbor.
Let's
And
see
more.
this under the bridge.
Yeah, more oil tanks there. They're everywhere in Curacao. And yes, this bridge is one of the new POIs, handcrafted, added
タ
in
ッ
the
チン
World
グ
Update. Then this other bridge up ahead, this is the pedestrian bridge I was talking about earlier, the one that swings open.
I love all the ship traffic.
Yeah, and then look at these buildings here. See, look at all these very multicolored, really fun-looking buildings. And there's the pedestrian bridge.
That's cool.
All right, I'll come back to this in a second, but I'm going to show you. Here's reality.
Oh, noise got
This is the
killed.
bridge in the bottom right.
The water disappeared.
Make sure I don't crash. And there are those
Okay, yeah,
buildings.
floats.
That's what they look like in real life. So pretty close in the sim. I think they did a great job.
どこに向かってるん
And
じゃ
yeah, I took this
ジャ
photo
ロっ
personally
て
when I
なん
was
じゃろ
standing kind of like
CC19
midway over that pedestrian bridge.
Oh, that, you see
Where
that
are you
bridge?
going? What is Haro?
Yeah, I'll bring up a photo
CC19.
of it. It actually swings open on a hinge. Oh, by the way, here's a photo of the bridge I just flew under. You see it there? And then this is the pedestrian
Got it
bridge
from
that
this.
swings open.
遅い飛行機です
So, see if I
ね
can, find the shot of that in the open.
Thank you for your hard work.
I'm also noticing those refineries
Oh.
things out here
あ
have
ここら
fire.
辺にランドマークの旗が出てきたので
Yeah.
見るとい
Oh,
い
there
も
it
のがあ
is.
るの
See,
でしょ
there's
うか
there's one end of the bridge. It's like
World
a
of
pontoon.
Landmark flags have appeared around here, so is there anything worth looking at?
Boats to traverse. And then when the boats have gone through, the
ワール
bridge
ドアッ
itself
プ
will
デート
swing shut.
16の目玉商品がここら辺にあるのでございましょうかね
How it switched shut?
The main products of World Update 16 are available around here.
In some way, I don't know exactly
Because
how they do
those
it.
forces would be huge.
クイーンズなんとか
Really
ブリ
digging
ッ
this
ジ
oil industry look out here. That fire
Queen's Somehow Bridge.
And this is the point of view of
こ
actually
れ
just
も
walking
一つ
across
のあれ
that
だな
bridge.
多分
Come to Rotterdam then, Blue.
It's probably something in my
あ
heart.
ちょっと待ってるまあゆったりしたもんでございますな
No problem.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
going to attempt a
look what's-
landing.
Well, it's quite relaxing.
There's the pedestrian bridge again below me.
お
There's
かっ
the
こい
main
い
bridge.
じゃ
I
んこ
land
の
just
船も
long
な
of
かな
the
かよくで
pedestrian
きてる
bridge.
じゃん
Do a
で
splash
これは
and dash,
That's
as they
cool.
call it.
This ship is also very well made.
あ今
Oh, this could be
羽
bad.
畳んでた
You know
な
what? We're gonna
ヘル
full
キャッ
send.
トじゃないわワイルド
We're
キ
gonna
ャッ
YOLO
ト
this. Alright, I'm gonna swing around. I'm gonna
There's a swollen phlegm. It's not a hellcat. It's a wildcat.
And we'll do a takeoff underneath the main
これ
bridge
が
there, the larger of the two.
これワールドアップデートの目玉か
This could end in tears. Get your F's in chat ready, folks.
But is this the highlight of the world update?
That's ready.
これともう一個なんか横にあったような気がしたけどなラ
We're
ンド
gonna
マ
X
ーク
can't
の
do
旗は
anything.
Yeah, I got pretty. The nice thing
I
about the
felt
X
like
is
there
it's
was
so
something,
overpowered
but
with the
whatever.
amount of, weight.
Even with floats?
あこれだこれこれなんだ
Well, the floats are going to add more weight than conventional gear would.
This is this.
I think I can do it. I have confidence in this
ちょ
aircraft.
っとおしゃれな建物
In my own personal flying
It's a
skills,
somewhat
maybe
stylish building.
All right, here we go. Flop down.
ハン
Clear
デ
the
ル
bridge.
スカベ
Handle.
Just barely. All right.
これで
Now
も
I'm
な
gonna
かな
settle
か
down.
メイン
Quite.
ストリートなのかなここら辺の
All right, there we
Oh,
go.
no,
We've done the
いい
splash.
視点とかごめん
Now full throttle.
Sorry.
Smash and go.
Let's not hit this ship. Come on, get airborne. Yeah, there we go. Airborne right
Nice.
underneath the bridge.
Nice.
Everything went according to plan. It's exactly how I wrote it up.
You're such a good pilot,
Yeah, and the X Cup will become way better with Sim Update
ヘリ
50.
コプター見ちゃうとバラ
We've
バ
got
ラって
a
いうこの
delightful surprise from the working title team.
Rolling around, rolling, falling apart.
Avionics,
貧困な
today's dev stream
Nice.
are getting the
Like
working
this.
title overhaul.
Nice.
So the VL3 and the
バラバラバラバラ
X and
お
NX Cub
Oh yeah.
are default planes to take advantage of that.
I'm gonna do a water landing here.
Okay, switching over to
ヘリ
Peter's
コプ
POV.
ターヘリコプターが一機この方もいつもワールド
When?
ああ違うわ公式集会で見る方ですなあれヘリコプター
Is it something you see at official meetings?
And joined by another vision.
Peter went for easy mode, landing in the open ocean, not in the harbor under a bridge.
As real pilots do, right?
よし、満足した。
Oh, Tom, that looks cool.
満足したけど、
I played
誰もここから離れ
music.
て
That looks
も
really
ない
cool.
Is that a video?
みんな満足しない。
Flaps are right, Tom.
Not everyone is satisfied.
Okay, you win, Tom. You win.
っていうか、もう元に戻って、コースに戻っておられる方がおらっしゃる
I think
の
I'm
で、
passing above
これヘディングアップに
APUI.
するのどうするんだったっけな。
Did I just pass it? Oh, there it was.
There are some people who have gone back and gotten back on track.
There.
My stream might be a little choppy, but I'm gonna attempt to land in this little bay area.
Fishing boats, the things are awesome.
線路に、航路に戻るか。
Shall we return to the route?
ニャンス
Slip.
Neon
ってい
Sue.
うのは思ってたような気がするけどな。
Equivalent of that plane.
I feel like that though.
Like planning? Yeah,
Yeah, as you
Alright.
somehow messed up the approach.
about right. Or are you trying to land in style?
Yeah, no, messed up.
ラパール。
Choose.
Gapal.
Look for water landing. My gear is up. I thought. Telling me that it's up. Oh. Here's the horn. Yeah. First water landing of the year.
All right, very good.
My autopilot doesn't want to follow the nav line anymore.
You're not a child of the magenta line now.
Come on.
Yeah.
Going up.
Oh well, we'll do it.
Oh well.
Manually.
So we mentioned earlier about blue curacao, the very famous liqueur
Ano to
sold all
nung
around the
call?
world. They also have lots of other different colors.
Yamato non-call.
We saw this when I was there. Curacao green, curacao red, curacao yellow, curacao white,
ランドスケープで
amaretto,
すね。
cacao. So, all your very
It's a landscape.
cocktail making needs available here, and then they even sold like a multi-pack with all the different varieties.
おー、なんか古い飛び
Here's
出かなんかちゃろ
Factual
か。
Gull posing in one of those cutout things. Bonbini Knockers.
Cat from old toilet.
How did you fly there? Like what
Through the plane.
a boat? I mean, like,
Food. Sorry, we'll get to that in a second. We
Like-
mentioned food as well earlier, and I mentioned some of the great seafood. Here was like a prawn risotto. It looks like.
Yeah.
Some rice and prawn, peppers, seafoods. There, I think there was some calamari in there as well. This was pretty delicious dish, I have to say. Demonic says, why did I choose the Icon A5? It might have been a little bit slow for this flight, I have to say. And then here's a beautiful tropical cocktail. You can see the blue curacao on the bottom. I can't even remember what else was in this now, but very delicious drink.
おう海に降りれる飛行機はいいですな。
Thanks.
always.
I'd like a plane that I can get off quickly.
It's kind of a bit of torture actually doing these trips.
So the question was, oh, Musefan is here. Says now I'm hungry and thirsty.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, so the question was how we got there. So we were on a cruise ship sailing through the Panama Canal, and then the next stop on the Caribbean side of the Panama Canal was Curacao. Which, by the way, if you ever, I do think sailing through the Panama Canal is something that anyone who's interested in like exploring the world, that should be on everyone's list. It's a really cool experience, and I think cruise ship is the best way to do that.
Stream is definitely frozen.
Oh yeah. Tom's is also
Not the whole stream. Just
No,
mine.
it's not frozen. Oh, yes, it's. I'll restart.
Just to be sure.
I should be looking at a lighthouse.
Is the Panama Canal region officially U.S. territory? Excellent question. Very good question. The answer is not anymore. It was for a long time. It was the Panama Canal Zone, and it was, I think, a certain mile radius on either bank of the Panama Canal was U.S. territory. But that was by treaty signed by Jimmy Carter.
172.
By a
Pistol
certain date, I
Sierra.
can't remember the exact date. Someone in chat can look it up. But by a certain
It's
date,
Hakushu.
Panama Canal would be
昨日ネットニュー
100%
スで
returned
なんか
to
あ
the
れ見
country
た
of
な
Panama.
あれってなんだ
And it's now their sole territory.
Yesterday, there was something like that on the internet news. What is that?
Unlimited usage rights for the United States Navy to sail ships through the Panama Canal for
207 ってな
national
んだろ
defense
う
reasons.
279. I wonder what it is.
No.
Also a very good question, because there are two sets of locks. The original locks that were built in the early 1900s
なんか
were
でも
quite
ちゃんと見えて
narrow
るっ
by
ぽく見え
today's
るから
standards.
持ってる飛行機なのかな
Peter, you probably know a lot more about this given your profession in the global shipping industry. And,
I think I said I have it
ships that
because it
sailed-
looks like I
that,
can see it
sailed through
properly
the Panama
too.
Canal, the largest ship that would actually fit
あ
through
ん
the
まり見たこ
locks
とがない飛
were
行
called
機ですけど
Panamax ships.
It's an airplane that I haven't seen very often.
Post
Dynamics. Yep.
Yeah, and
These
these
are
are ones that are too big to sail through the original locks, but they have built a new set of locks which opened about 5 years ago that are now able to accommodate these post-Panamax ships.
Those are 60 meters wide. Or in freedom units. It's about
単発のプロペラ機はこの公式集会で見るチャンスが多そうな
What shall we do?
マーケットプレイスで
feet, bricks.
GD Movie Hole says 110
評
feet
価して
There
る
seems to be a lot of chance to see single-engine propeller planes at this official gathering in that marketplace.
169 feet. 96, sorry, almost 200 feet.
マーケットプレイスで
The new locks are the post
評価の
In the
多い個数
marketplace.
The original ones were
評価
110
の多い
feet
個数
wide. And so yeah, that was
つ
actually
いて
design
るやつを
consideration when
まあ
building
値段に乗
United
せて買っ
States
てるん
Navy
ですね
vessels. It was a requirement they had to be able
They
to
buy the
sail
ones that
the
come with a large number of them, depending on the price.
なので何良かったかあんまりよく覚えていないのですよ
It's both the Panama Canal and the
Well, I don't really remember what I bought.
POI right there, by the way.
リストを作って、値段を
My、stream has refreshed.
評価の数で
No,
割
I
っ
don't
て
see the stream yet refreshed.
だいたい4点ぐら
Make
いあ
that
るやつ
list.
以上
Divide the price by the number of ratings.
大勢の人が評価つけ
Yeah,
てる
blue
や
looks
つを
frozen.
適当に買っております
Yeah, definitely frozen.
I guess
I'll buy the one with the rating on it at random.
we'll just have to entertain people with our faces.
これはどうなんだろうもっ
I
と
do have Sim Tom's plane in sight by 12 o'clock,
え
though.
らい寂しい島だけどこんなところで暮らしていけるんですね
I wonder who owns this little bitty island.
It's an erotic and lonely island, but it's possible to live in a place like
飛
this.
行機がなんだこれ
Backyard.
東大
Well,
か
Larry
That
Wilson
University of Tokyo?
owns one of the Hawaiian islands.
ライトハ
The
ウ
entire
スです
island he
ね
owns in Hawaii.
Wow.
It's a lighthouse.
Oh, there's a seat down there too. Oh, that's cool.
you can try right-clicking in the RTMP. There should be an option like clear, flush,
Yeah.
or
So
buffer.
Tom, I've
Yeah,
got your
yeah.
stream
Oh,
coming through again now.
there we go. We're action. Yes.
Yes.
Very nice.
But can you do that CD? Clear our buffers? Might help.
1 second.
That's a great shot there.
Eat that, Peter.
Okay, I've reset all previous buttons.
XL ってなんじゃろうな
I wonder what XL is.
Drone cam.
You taught me how to use a drone cam.
時々見かけるんだよね。
I shared my trade secrets.
Got an active
XL.
ability now.
Damn it.
でも持ってない飛行機なのかな、なんか標準機体に見えた気がしたな。
Just do it like this with it.
I wonder if it's a state that I don't have. I felt like it looked standard and
お
expected.
正月に
Now,
なんかあったんですけど
Did
ね。
you know that
全
there are
然
no seagulls at the
見えて
Panama
る気が
Canal?
しませんな。
Why not factual?
Yes.
well,
why
I don't
factual?
feel
Why
like
are
I
there
can
no
see it at
seagulls
all.
at the canal? I'm gonna regret asking this, I'm sure.
Yes.
ラファー
Ready
ル
on the button, Peter.
Yeah.
Rafael.
こっちの方が早いか。
Only bagels.
Is this
that
faster?
close to the locks.
Wait, that's not.
Oh my
ジョン
god.
J
Wait, I think this one fits better.
Region Jet.
That just might be one of your worst ones yet, factual. And I don't
昔
say
の
that
テレビ
lightly.
番組みたいな音してる。
By the way, that's a pretty sweet animated.
It
emote.
sounds like an old TV show.
気が抜ける。
I feel let down.
Stacks
There,
are
and the
bought
bot.
a little bit overzealous. I will unban you. There you go.
PA24 っていうのは何でしょう。
Right.
Wow, factual. That was,
Joe-
What is P24?
that was a bad one. All right, let's just check. We got Blue stream. Yeah, it looks like you're working again.
上司は
And
ついてござい
Peter,
ます
yeah,
な。
looks like you're also working again. All right.
2007
We are currently accepting your
全
request.
然大したこともないコードな
Come
の
on.
にえらい高く感じます。
It's just
これ間違ってる。
What do you want? The whole Turkish Ocean.
Even though it was a code, it felt very expensive.
Working with flakes.
Hey, you gotta make it work. Work with what you got.
1600フィートってこんなに高い感じがす
Send me
る。
some good ocean.
2,600 feet feels so high.
Zoom in on the fish.
Yeah.
The whales.
Well, so that's an interesting question. I'm not revealing anything new
ああ、
here.
こ
I
れやっ
actually
ぱり
don't
多
know
分
the
持
answer
ってない
myself.
です。
They've
標
announced
準の
one of
飛
the
行機が
features
入ってると思い
in
ます。
Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. is
Ah, I
what they call
probably
the
don't
Losing
have
World.
this
And
after
so
all.
things like
I
animals
think there are
and
standard
birds and
airplanes out
animals
there.
in the Sims. So if you're, say, flying over the Serengeti, you'll see like the great migration of all the zebra and,
英語
antelope,
発見。
water buffalo, etc. I wonder
English
if,
blackout.
They
like,
already did that. They already
I wonder if
did all
marine
fish.
life will be
Yeah,
included as well in
they've
that.
already modeled it.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, yeah.
I know there's a mod you can get that adds like whales
no, I mean,
cresting
you-
and stuff.
Right now, here underneath the oceans, all the fish are migrating. I mean, you
Oh,
can see
これ
them,
も
but
なんか
believe me,
標
they're
準
there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh, the tech is there.
Yes,
You're saying.
it's
Hey, this looks like a standard airplane.
Right?
Wow. So what you're saying is there's a family of fish
Right, yeah.
underneath me right now. That is-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
速度計がもう黄色に入っているのにちょっと危険速度
The
で
surface
す
of the,
よ。
of the ocean. They're there.
The speedometer is already yellow, so I'm speeding up a bit.
Just make fish show up.
And like a fish simulator.
Right now in
Simulator.
the marketplace, there's actually birds add-ons, which actually place birds inside.
Yep.
the machines. And
Can you get
I've
bird
installed a few
strikes?
of those, and it's actually pretty nice to see some stuff flying around. It does help. Yeah.
A5 めちゃめちゃ遅い飛行機だったような気がするんですけど、なかなか追いつ
Yeah, I
け
don't
ま
think
せん
bird
な。
strikes are models. You can't be Sims.
E5, I feel like it was a very slow plane and I can't catch up.
Sky Command, what's up, man? How you doing?
160
Oh, I
ノ
actually
ットとか
mentioned
出
this
な
on
かった気
my
が
streams
するけど。
recently, and I'm not sure if you guys know this.
I don't think it was 160 knots though.
1L, if not the best shipping simulator right now. I'm not even kidding.
I
Like the
think
best boat ship simulator out.
I know.
A5 が見たい。
I know which one you're talking about. And
I want to
just
see a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, speaking
well.
of Blue's stream, I
こ
put
れ
a
タッ
link
チ
to
信
his
号で
YouTube
ござい
channel
ましょう
in
か。
there. Go check him out, give him a follow. Blue, last I checked,
Yokota, is it a
you're
signal?
coming up on a milestone. You're not quite there yet, but you're sort of within sight of that 100K subscriber milestone on your YouTube channel, which I know is a very big deal for YouTubers.
It is a huge deal. Yeah,
So,
huge
folks, if you're not already, go subscribe to
PC6 は
Blue
確か持
Games.
って
There's a
ないん
link
だ
in
よ
the
な、
chat.
これ
Go
も。
click that, hit the subscribe
ウィッ
button.
シュリストに入って
I'm sure I don't have a
not
PC6
just Microsoft
either.
Flight Simulator, but simulation genre in general. streamers and content creators out there. So do go check out his YouTube channel.
Fox.
Okay, that's
Box.
And hit the subscribe button. Don't just click the link and don't do anything else. Hit the button. And honestly, I know it's a cliche. Every YouTube creator will always tell you to do it, but it makes such a huge
フ
difference.
ラミンゴって変わった名
it
前
really
の
does. It
空
does.
港名ですね。
So, Blue, are you familiar with Airland FS?
Say again.
Flaming is an unusual name for an airport.
Airland FS. Yes, I am.
Yeah, so that's the external helicopter model, right? We used to use before the native one. I was thinking of doing the exact same thing with a ship. So having an external program which actually just calculates the
これ
buoyancy
頭の上のところに
of various models
窓が開いてるんですよね、この飛行機。
within Flight Simulator.
あ、
have an
これ見えてるな。
actual
持ってんの
usual
かな
ship simulator.
PC12 が買ってないやつ
State
か。
of the ocean,
じゃ
the
あ。
water, the currents and stuff like that.
Is there a window above your head?
So you have zero way of knowing what the sea state is.
こ
Or
れ
how
飛
many
行
waves
機ですな、
are coming.
PC16。
So that kind of made it impossible.
かっこいい。
But
とんがって
if
て。
Solo is willing to
しかも船もつ
some
いて
sort of
るし。
API or some sort of access to
色は赤い。
166.
you could relatively easily make a awesome
いい
ship
ですね、
simulator in which you could
It's-
sail the whole world.
It's not far.
Good Fish 6.
It's
It's
not
not
far.
far. Exactly.
I mean, I'm not a developer in any means, but when I say that this, in my opinion, is the closest thing to a ship simulator,
スイスのメーカーじゃないですかね。
there are a
ピ
lot
ラ
of
タスとかっていう。
yachts and boat mods you can get for.
Isn't it a Swiss manufacturer called Pilatus?
But yeah, I mean, if you get a legit 3D model and a legit model of how it's buoyancy
Yeah.
and whatnot, like you got the whole world here and you got the whole ocean. you know,
Yeah,
you already
and,
got
so,
that.
and the model and the animations and stuff is already been taken care of. Right? There's also a
Yes.
mechanism for that to properly construct it. The only thing you need is a buoyancy model and some water injection. That's all that misses right now. And then you're there.
and some probably like better docks and whatnot, which people
Yeah,
can
but
do.
that
You've
can
seen
all be
people like-
modeled, right? That's
Oh yeah, that
just,
could easily be made, right?
Yeah.
Like with the Parallel 42 guys made the driving car thing,
Yeah.
and
The
but
juice
we didn't have
juice.
anywhere to we didn't have anywhere to drive it, and so they made some mods to let you drive it somewhere. So in the same
Yeah,
way,
exactly.
you could make a boat and then make tiers for people to actually use. What is that?
trains.
All right.
CD just writing down everything silently in the background. It's like, yeah, good feedback.
Okay.
That's good.
Bring it up to the next
the island
meeting.
of Bonaire, by the way, the easternmost of the ABC islands in the Leeward Antilles. I'm not going to do a water landing here. I'll do a full landing on the runway. It means I got to drop my gear. I can't land on my floats. So gear down, as you can see there.
どこあれ
There
か
we go.
Where is that?
あ、隊長があそこで着陸しようとしてるな。じゃあちょっ
The longest one is over there.
と隊長についてい
Drawback
く
with that is
か。
that it's subscription based for the same price.
Are you
as-
going to keep up with your health?
Yeah.
So that's
I used to play their old simulators.
yeah, same. Yeah. I've either for a job there, but I was tired sadly.
But now we
Microsoft
can
Flight
play with
Vehicle
Lego.
Simulator 2025.
Now who's laughing?
All right, just going to temporarily turn off other player nameplates so I can see the runway. So many of you wonderful people flying along today, you're blotting out my view of where I'm going. It's kind of important. I'm trying to land.
45-degree angle and final is right. For a runway, right?
Sure.
Approach.
Sure. Yeah. But you're already there. I'm still 11 miles out.
Peter.
And I'm going 120 on the yellow line, so it's not that I'm ignoring anything.
Get better.
Get less worse.
Get good, scrub. Get on my level. Learn to play noob.
Do you even live, bro?
チェックリンク。ちょっと
A
Checklist.
little bit right to the center line on that.
おお、びっく
Not
り
a
した。
bad smooth touchdown for being
I
on
was
float.
surprised.
You did have a little bit of wing turbulence from that drop.
All right.
Probably.
and,
Kristen.
Rotate, and then we got to raise our gear again now in our floats.
I could see English.
Fancy with your floats.
Test.
燃料補給します。
Peter, yeah, it looks like looks like everyone's streams
Refuel.
are stuck again, unfortunately.
Oh.
Check the software. Yeah, I
I
don't
do like
have
my-
any of you coming broadcasting right now. You're all.
I do like the stills though. We
Yeah, they're ended.
You actually did, by pure coincidence. Those are pretty nice shots that it got stuck on.
okay, restarted again, but I don't think it's doing anything. You might try to clean the caches again.
Clear the buffer.
Clear the buffer.
G4 って持ってたっけな G4 ってグースっていうのとは違う飛行機
Hey,
なん
yeah,
だ
I got
ね
Peter's stream
みた
coming
い
through
な
again.
テイクオフ
Resistance.
来た
By the way, I've got the music muted,
Lie.
but I temporarily unmute it sometimes just to listen to it. I'm really digging this Caribbean calypso music we got playing on that
上の
stream
地
today.
全然正しくコースが出ません
Very
な
appropriate for the region.
The course doesn't come out
And that's,
correctly at
nice
all,
looking
but
water mask, on my
That looks
POV. Look at that.
nice.
That is very pretty right there.
That is very
All right, Blue, yeah, looks like you're back as well.
Yeah, that's the kind of water mask we
これなんかちゃんと見えてるっぽいな
want.
うわなんかすげえいろんな渓流物件がみんなついたまま飛んでる
Got some wind fans out
お
here.
茶目さんですねこれ
healing flying with property attached.
I'm pretty confident.
車止めもついてるし
It also has a car stop.
マイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの、マルチプレイヤーの絵は
Blue, I've got your plane in
いろん
sight.
なのがつい
The
てたりしますよ
multiplayer picture of Microsoft File Simulator is.
See your nameplate back there.
Oh, you dope.
Also got this beautiful Beechcraft Stagger Wing flying with me as well. It's been in formation with me for a while now. I love that plane.
フォックス
It's such a stylish looking plane.
これキットなんで家でホームビルドするんですよねあの飛行機キットじゃなくて
This is just a little bit.
らしいんですけどそれはキットフォックスとは言わなくてなんかフォックスっていうらしい
This
ん
one
で
is
す
It's not called a kit box, it's called a fox.
Cinematic B-roll.
sure. I'll do it.
We got that B-roll.
体調変
Anyone
態
get
は
that reference?
Colon metamorphosis.
It's I think it's on YouTube. There's a video called "We Got That B-roll." It's worth your time looking that one up.
PC21
Fishing 11.
かっこいい
Haven't found
なん
it.
で A5 に置いてかないんだそんなにすごい遅い飛行機な気がするんですけどねこの飛行機
Oh, and look at the.
Look at the Pelican.
I feel like this plane is really slow.
ちょ
Presumably
っ
that's
と
Ederin
おしゃれ
flying
さ
the
んの
Pelican.
飛行機でございます
Indeed it is.
The plane is a little more fashionable.
Where's the sun? Where's the sun?
またノイズが乗っ
Now
てる
actually make it more challenging, CD, to fly into an actual.
There's noise again.
Oh, you gonna do a touch and go here for a splash and dash?
You see, it's inside the bay. Very, very narrow.
Tight fit right there.
Right? Barely
追い
fits.
つけない
That's you're playing on hard.
A5
mode
ごとき
Cannot catch up with.
Just as long as it gets
どういうこっ
recognized.
ちゃ
Runkoki.
Apparently we have a race between a Cessna 172 and a Dark Star. Inglewood versus Hex, I guess. And Alex says the Dark Star has no chance. Yes, the Cessna 172 is a minivan of the sky. To beat the Dark Star in its dust.
Yeah, I think the Cessna also got him beat by years as well.
And by number made.
Okay, here's a question for chat. The so-called Aurora or SR-72, which the Dark Star from Top Gun Maverick was alleged to be based on, never been officially confirmed to exist. Chat, do you think that plane is real or not? As
Yes.
a top secret block project.
Yes. Yes.
タクスター
The moment they say it's not, it is.
Tag star.
They actively say no, we don't have it. No, nope,
ビジョン
no.
ジェ
Most certainly it is.
Vision cheat.
Or it's a double bluff.
I think Chad agrees it's real.
なぜこの A5 に追いつ
It's
け
in
ない
Microsoft Flight.
Why can't I catch up with this
It's
A5?
like the Pelican. Real.
Right?
And the
Just
Dune
not on
thing.
this planet.
180ノット出ているのに追いつけない
It's going 180 knots, but I can't catch up.
I'm gonna butcher the name because it's kind of difficult. Ornithopter?
Ornithopter.
Ornithopter.
It's a thopter, not a copter.
Thopter.
Yes, the Ornithopter.
追いつけそうで追いつけない
Launching a Microsoft Flight Simulator. The free
I feel like I can catch up, but I can't.
And looks pretty
キャ
cool.
ッチミーフユーキャンでございますよ
I think so an ornithopter.
Catch me if you can.
Aircraft uses a fixed wing. A helicopter uses a rotary wing, and an ornithopter, which obviously takes the root of its word from
Unicorn?
orn, which means bird, like the science of birds.
Thopter.
Ornithology, for example. So it creates lift by flapping its wings like a bird. Or in the movie, it looks more like a dragonfly. The production
Yeah, and
design
also
they
it doesn't really flap, right? It's more like a rotary.
いやーこれは機械だ
It's
な
like a,
No, this is a machine.
機械界でございますよ
And it comes with its own.
The equipment will have to be replaced.
system.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you saw the
なぜ近づけないか。
trailer, you can flap your wings
そ
to
んなに
generate
スピ
lift.
ード
Why can't I get
速い
closer?
と思えないんだ
Stow
け
your
ど
wings
な
like a peregrine falcon going into a dive. To pick up
100
a
ノ
lot of
ット
speed.
ぐらいしか出
It
ない
looks
人
pretty
いたと
cool,
思
I
う
have to
けど
say.
Here's my question then. So does that mean that
I think it's a
they
plane that only makes it out.
birds and dragonflies to be made? It says.
Oh, that is an interesting question.
And that's what they're gonna use for the living world, of course. So we have insects.
機械な
Yeah.
こ
All
れ
the
フォーカスながら
billions,
スピー
if
ドを上
not
げても追いつけないの
trillions
か
of insects that exist are all going to be
Can't you hear me?
in Flight Simulator 2020, each with a authentic study level flight model.
Today I actually learned there are around 3 billion birds on Earth.
3 billion. Honestly, I would have thought that would be more.
Yeah, same.
Honestly, I would have thought at any given time there would be more chickens than humans.
And
Is
did
there
you know
not?
that birds are the only surviving members of the Jurassic era?
いやー追いつけない
They're actually
Literally
dinosaurs.
everybody knows that.
No, I can't catch up.
I'm not sure about that.
But I came to that number because you know.
なんか不思議な現象が発生してるとしか思えんの
Yeah, from XKCD, of
それ
course.
とも違う人
I just think that something strange is happening.
3 billion seems low.
人の飛行機を追いつける
Yeah,
の
same.
か
That's what it said. So because the question was, if you would lie outside
Okay,
on your bed.
hang on. I looked this up. According to NationalGeographic.com, it says the estimate, there's a huge range of error
なん
here.
か
Yeah,
怪
factual
しい
just
出
posted
来
exactly
事
what I
が
was
起
gonna
きているのかな
Between 50 billion and
I wonder if something
430
suspicious is
That's a
happening on the
huge
plane.
number. That's like
Vastly
an order
different
of
number.
magnitude in margin of error on that estimation.
全然わからんね
Maybe it was 300 billion then? Oh, that
Adult, I don't understand.
300 billion is in that range. That
is in
seems
that
more
range then.
accurate.
Yeah, probably. I was only a factor 100 off. That's fine. It's okay.
That's-
Anyway.
Well, you try to count them.
Yeah.
See how much error you get.
But the question was, if you would lie on your back outside,
近づけない呪いかなんかに
how
か
long
かってい
would
る
it
の
take
か
before a bird feces fell in?
I was
Oh.
surprised before installing it externally.
Well, yeah, but so for the model, he assumed
uniform distribution.
Uniform distribution of birds along Earth, which of course is completely erroneous.
Yeah.
In that case, but because he just took the surface area of the Earth, but then just take the surface area of the landmass, that would already be way more improved.
Well, I mean, what if you're on a ship at sea, lying on the deck?
Yeah. So yeah. So and the answer was around 192 years. So we actually had to wait pretty long. And I think that's in real life it would be less.
Well, yeah, I would agree because like I think almost everyone at some point in their life has had
Yes.
a bird poop on them at least once.
I more than once. I
Yeah.
can't count.
So if the average is 192 years, that seems excessively high to me.
Yeah, that's why the model is.
Yeah.
いやしかしワールドアップデート16地味ですな。
Okay, okay, update 16 is plain.
They went for 15 square centimeters. The area of the open mouth. So it's a 5 by 3, so to say. Again.
Oh, yes, factual making up a good point too. Flightless birds would bring down the average. You're more likely to have a seagull or a pigeon than an ostrich or a penguin.
I also would more likely. I prefer a seagull or a pigeon above an ostrich.
Why?
I mean, looking at the eggs, I can only imagine what the poop looks like. And I'm so glad elephants don't.
Well, there was
That would
that
be
Disney
something
movie,
else.
Operation Dumbo Drop.
Yeah, imagine if he has to go. Wait, was that movie called Dumbo Drop? Because then it gets scary.
Yeah, it was a Disney movie in the 90s
yeah, I
where
know.
they parachuted an elephant in a crate out of a
Yes.
transport plane. Yeah.
So some Top Gun style aerials.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom, you're awesome, Tom.
Yes, right? I know, thanks.
And so was I.
Well, all props to Hex for flying at 130 with a Dark Star.
How do you do that in a Dark Star? Like,
Flaps.
I think
The
he
angle of
has to
attack
come
of
on stream once. Do a
Yeah.
whole
Oh, he should
training
do that.
session.
Yeah.
Hex, Hex,
Yes.
join.
Yeah, was in Discord. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Let you sign a contract for life and you'll be
Yeah. Before you know it, you'll be here with us.
And you'll
Flying
also
every
have a
week.
help us sign like
Yes.
Peter does.
You want to go to a party on Friday? No, I can't.
Why not? I have to
I'm
be at my
contractually
computer.
obligated to show up on stream again.
We never force any of you to be here.
No,
you're,
well,
you're welcome. If you have a prior engagement, you're always welcome.
We are own.
ラジオの数字で
I thought we were all
Radico's numbers are amazing.
Wait, you're paid? Yeah.
I mean, I'm paid to be here.
C310 ってなんだっ
My day job.
What was 310?
けセスナ
That was
か
nice.
We're happy to be
surprise.
here, CD, and we do it on the phone.
セスナ何機か買ったぞ正月に
So,
On New Year's Day.
played Blue in Exposure. God, I hate that expression.
Ah.
But once again, do go click that link in the chat.
I do not like that expression.
I know it's awful. It's so bad. But go ahead and click that link and subscribe to Blue's channel. He's coming up on that 100K subscriber milestone. It's in sight. So let's everyone help Blue get over the top.
That'd be crazy, man. It'd be unbelievable.
でもこの飛行機なんだけどもうちょっとスピードが出たらな
Certainly,
This plane is really an airplane, but I wish it could go a little faster.
not just Microsoft Flight Simulator, but the simulation genre in general. You kind of cover it all.
Flight sim, train sim, production sim.
Yeah, kind of anything with simulator in the title.
Anything with sim in it.
Is,
and I'm
you
playing.
got it covered on your
追い
channel.
つけね
But I haven't played Goat Sim though. That's one.
I
thing.
can't
Goat
catch
Sim's
up.
the best. Goat Sim 3.
It looks like so much fun though.
The best thing about Goat Sim 3 is that there was never a Goat Sim 2. That was just one of the jokes. I remember when Goat Sim 1 came out too, the devs said that don't report bugs. If there's like a crash bug, they'll fix it. But if there's like a functionality bug where like the physics behaves weird or something, they just said that's hilarious and we're gonna leave it in on purpose.
That's funny.
やっと近づ
I
いて
like
きた
that. I like that.
It's finally getting closer.
No, there actually is. Someone said there's a Goat Sim. Yeah, there is. There's not only a Goat Sim, there's also a Goat Sim 3. But no
Yes,
Goat Sim 2. That's part of the joke. But they did make a sequel. They made DLC expansions for it as well.
The problem I have
Yeah,
with Goat Sim
multi-night
is it's
boy
so
now,
silly
no.
that it's not longer. You know, it's beyond silly. It's annoying.
No,
silly.
it seems like you don't have it.
Makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. What do you mean?
No? Something can be silly and fun, but something at the point it gets too silly that it gets annoying.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I think Goat Simulator has crossed, for me at least, that line of being silly. It's just, at this point, it's just annoyingly silly. Yes, it's funny, but don't take it too far. I think they take, but that's my personal.
Do the players take it too far?
No,
Oh,
just
can't
the
show
game
that.
itself. There's too much possible.
That's her.
Fact that you have to eat people and stuff like that.
Now, I don't know if Factual's still in the chat, but not counting Microsoft Flight Simulator, her second favorite simulation game, Power Wash Simulator. Has
but
anyone
it's
tried that one?
Yeah,
It's
but it's
oddly satisfying.
So related.
therapeutic, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Factual in the chat. Love Power Wash.
I thought you would say like House Flipper or something.
But I saw one, there was like PC Builder Simulator.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's
I
Two
was
of
like,
them.
I did that as a job for years. I don't want to do that as a hobby.
I think the
House
best one
Flipper
is
sounds like work. Yeah, so for me, that's like PC Build Simulator sounds like work for me.
or
Before I
Passenger
built my
Simulator.
Passenger Simulator. Before I built my actual PC, I built it on PC Simulator first.
Oh, did you? So you can like test your build and
Yeah.
see what,
But
you know,
it
that's
fits.
actually not a bad idea. Make sure all of your components fit in your case and stuff. And,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Only thing that's wrong is the pricing. But other than that, you
By the way,
can-
look at the water masking up here. Look at that.
Yeah, I think I'm
Again,
just gonna
what's,
go a bit higher.
anyone who missed the announcement earlier, there is a known issue with World Update 16. Some of the water masks in the Caribbean have been disabled. They're not working correctly. It tends to affect the northern Caribbean more, so like around the Bahamas is one area which we definitely noticed. Team is aware. They're working on a fix. Per Jorg in the dev stream on Wednesday, they think it should be a server-side fix, so it's something that we can just flip on, no download required, no new patch or anything like that. But where we are in the southern Caribbean, as you can see here, the water masks are still working fine, and they look absolutely beautiful as
Oh,
we
yeah, it
cross
does.
this little, what do you call this, a K? What would be the correct geographic term for or a spit, something like that? A tiny little strip of landmass in the sea.
Is that
Island?
called an island city?
Well, yeah, but there's more specific terms you can use than that. What is a
Small
K? I had to look that up now. What is actually the definition of a K?
Oh no. There's another
K, a
floor I had
low
one.
bank or reef of coral, rock, or sand.
Ah, but
Yeah, that would fit.
that would fit.
So an atoll or an archipelago is a collection. It's a bunch of islands together. An isthmus is a thin strip of land that connects two larger land masses with water on either side of it. An atoll. What is an atoll? How is that different?
Wasn't it a volcano?
An atoll is a ring-shaped reef, island, or chain.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow,
So
this
it has to
looks
have a
amazing.
ring formation.
Looks good.
Factual says, hit your button, Peter. All I want for Isthmus is my two front teeth. Oh, so bad.
Oh, so
By the
much
way,
headaches.
I feel obligated to do that. If you can't get enough of these terrible jokes, there's Factual's channel. Go click that link and give her a follow. I can't imagine why you would want to do that, but
No, please don't encourage her in
but
any
you know,
way.
just on the off chance that you do, there's Factual's Twitch channel. She's currently on a bit of a minor hiatus, but she'll be back streaming Microsoft Flight Sim soon enough. And look, again, look at these water masks.
I'm looking at it too.
That is beautiful. Holy cow.
I'm looking at this deep sea shark migration.
That'd be epic if you saw it.
Peter, you look to be frozen again. Yeah.
Oh.
Try restarting.
Am I frozen as well?
Yep,
Frozen
everyone
as
is.
well.
But you know, wow, that water mask is so pretty.
So was that A350 behind you?
It's A350 with a double decker. Oh wait.
There's
Anyway, it says in the Microsoft flights in 2024, we might see fish and sharks. I'm actually not sure. I know they're adding more wildlife, and they're actually not model accurately wildlife migrations in the sim. I have not seen what specific animal species will be included. I know in the reveal trailer for 2024 and in the panel at Flight Sim Expo from Jorg and Seb last year, they talked about like land mammals that would be modeled. I don't think they'd mentioned other animal types yet. So
I mean, but there is already fauna to be found, right?
right,
So
but they're just
would
sort
there
of
be more
they're
fauna?
just
or...
there. Whereas in 2024, they're going to actually correctly follow their migration patterns.
At the time of year as well, because then it would be very specific place and date.
I think
Yes,
it is
correct.
supposed-
So you
It'd be interesting to see how they implement that.
get a herd of wildebeest, and I think there's data for that, right? Because they track those guys down for years. So I reckon you have some pretty valid data from which you can model the herds track. But that doesn't
この飛行機も
necessarily
タグがついたまま
contribute
飛ん
to
で
the
る。
living world as such. That wherever you fly,
This plane is still
you'll
flying with the
feel
tag
like
still attached.
Then you need birds, mainly birds, I guess, and other and small animals crawling along with cars, people, stuff like that.
Bashir says, I think somewhere in this Caribbean update I saw sperm whales somewhere as fauna items on the map. Or was that part of a marketplace animal add-on?
I
Wait,
read
what
the
now?
letter, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Now, speaking of the marketplace, interesting topic of conversation. If anyone saw yesterday's development update blog post on flightsimulator.com,
コルセアだ。
every Thursday, we added a new section yesterday
Crossword.
that came from our marketplace team. They showed by gross revenue earned the top 100 products from the marketplace for the year 2023. So they're not listed 100 to 1 in order. They're broken up into categories: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. So like
Today.
bronze is 100 to 51.
なんだろう、
Silver
の
is
ライトか
50 to 26, etc. And then within each category, they're listed alphabetically. So they're not, listed directly in order. But yeah, you can see sort of what the top selling products from the marketplace last year were.
Look at this list. What y'all been buying?
この飛
You know,
行
if
機
I
が
were
速
to
くて
guess
日
myself, like
本の
if you were to ask me what do you think like the top 5 sellers in the marketplace was, I think
Yeah.
I would have had a pretty good idea. I think I probably would have been able to
Planes are so
four
fast
top
that
5.
Japan's military aircraft can't catch up.
So you're saying platinum is the top, like
The top 12.
most?
And again, it's not by units sold, it's by gross revenue earned. So, for example, if there's a $5 product and someone sells 10 of those, they would have made $50. Whereas, like the PMDG, which is like, what, $79, $80?
なんでこんな濃くて
Yeah, if you sell
薄いの
one of those,
ね
you would make more gross revenue than someone who sold
Why do you
10
know this
$5
announcement?
products. So, it's, again, it's sort of by
Alphabet
revenue,
sold.
not by units sold.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. I mean, the top 12 makes sense to me. We got
Yes.
the AN225, the ATR, Airbus 330, PMDG 737, the F-35, F-22, Concorde 777. Like, those are all very popular aircraft. And then you got the
歌隊長のとこに
C-160.
戻ってきちゃった。
The dragon is back.
Got some more nice water masking here. very pretty.
And this is for just 2023, right?
I would think so, yes.
Yeah, just for the last calendar year, January 1st to December 31st, 2023.
Yeah, nothing really
Ah,
surprises
some
me.
leaf though.
They all- yeah.
Makes sense, right?
It's that leaf.
Maybe the
青い
antelope
サンゴ礁じゃい。
and two.
Not a blue coral reef.
I mean, I personally just don't know much about that plane.
It was nice to see the Latacoer 631 on the list. I know that's been a favorite from the community amongst our local legends and famous flyers. Blue Mesh, Jimmy at Blue Mesh, who made that plane, has done a fabulous job. Lots of really small attention to detail, nice little features. And if you haven't checked that one out yet, I definitely encourage you to do so. It's definitely been a huge favorite from our player community. So nice to see it selling well as well.
What are just out of curiosity, CD? What like out of this like top list? I'm not sure how far out we are. Like, what is like some of your personal?
コーラルリーフじゃ。
You know, there's one that was on there.
Coral
in the
reef yacht.
Gold category, not the platinum. Just because I think it's such good value, is the Reno Air Race collection, the full collection. The you get 60 planes, 4 different classes, but then you know, multiple different versions of each, or multiple different individual versions of each plane. I think for the price points for that, I think it's incredible value.
うわー、びっくりした。
Number
危
of
ね
aircraft, number of unique aircraft
え。
you can
びっくりした。
Wow, I was surprised.
落ちるところだった。
I personally am not an airliner guy.
Slot.
I know, like the PMDG stuff, I know that's really popular with the community. Not my personal cup of tea, so I wouldn't be flying that myself.
いやー、こ
There
の
was a FS
上
Reborn,
空
one
を
of
歌
their
う大
aircraft
変
on
態。
there. I think it might have
こ
been
れが
under
公式
silver
集会の
maybe.
醍醐味ですよ。
500, yes.
Yes, that
Wow,
one,
this
that's
great transformation of singing in the sky is the real thrill of official
It only
gatherings.
came out relatively recently too. So remember, this is for the full year. But that FS Reborn, I want to say, came out in October or maybe November.
Yeah,
So
very
it only
late
had
in the
like
year.
2 or 3 months of sales, whereas some of these other aircrafts or some of these other products had a full 12 months of sales. So, you know, it was nice to see that one sell really well too in the short amount of time it was available in 2023.
I think the Corvette is on the list. That
Yeah.
the C8 Corvette is on the list. That one stands out to me as a surprise.
Well, you know, it just goes to show you, you never know what people actually want and are willing to buy. Like, I remember when that launched, you know, I was reading like the feedback thread on our forums, on the Reddit, whenever we do a marketplace release. There were some angry comments from, you know, serious simmers that says, this is Flight Simulator, there's no place for a car, this should not be here. And yet, a lot of people bought it. You know, a lot of people actually wanted it. So.
My opinion on that is like, I mean, there's something here for all of us. And if you're not in the cars, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to use it.
Yep.
And it's also a third-party
Won't see it.
developer. Like, it'd be different if like a Sobo was developing cars and like the whole car system. Why are you spending time on this? But you know, if a developer has a passion for cars and he wants to put cars in the sim, then same thing with boats.
You know, that's
It's a world simulator, right?
that's sort of my philosophy too. If I see something in the marketplace that I personally am not interested in, my response is to not buy it. My response is not to go on the forums or Reddit or social media and post angry comments saying, "Why is this item for sale?
I mean,
You should not be selling this."
Are those people doing that in real life as well? If they walk by
Radiation.
the store and they see a product that they don't like, they'll go into the store. Why are you selling that? I mean,
so
if you think about it,
exactly,
it's so
Peter.
silly.
Yeah.
Don't buy it if you don't want to buy it. It's very simple.
Yeah. The analogy I like to use, the #1 selling beer in the world is Bud Light.
Yeah.
You know, when I go to my neighborhood pub and I see they have Bud Light on tap, it's not my beer of choice. I prefer to support like a local craft brewery sort of
Not
type of
gonna
thing,
say to
right?
the bartender.
Exactly. But I'm not going to go up to the bartender and berate the
Why?
bartender and say you shouldn't be selling Bud Light, and I'm not going to
Because
go
it's
around
shit.
to every table and if there's a patron at the bar sitting and drinking a Bud Light and enjoying it, I'm not going to tell that patron that they're an idiot and they're wrong for liking that beer. I mean, you like what you like, and you don't like what you don't like, and you know you have the choice, and you have the capability to buy or not buy.
跳ねるゆ
Great transformation of.
Not for me. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of the most popular music in the world is not music that I would personally listen to, but again, I'm not going to tell other people that they're wrong for liking something that they like.
ヘリコプターで
Yes,
ござい
the
ます。
insert the stop having fun meme here, exactly.
It's a busy helicopter.
Another on that list that I saw that stood out to me that I know personally is a personal favorite, and I think it's a sleeper aircraft, is the Chancellor 414.
407、ベルっていう会社の407っていうモデルですね。
It is so well done. Also,
It's a model run by a company called 47.
Yep.
It's probably one of the best ones in Microsoft Flight Sim so far.
バタバタバタバタ。
Yeah,
Yes,
so
a bit more complex as well. I've
for
actually flown
anyone
on
who's
DCS
not
before.
aware, Heatler is a longtime developer of third-party add-on planes for DCS.
Yes,
And they
they're great at
partnered
it.
with India Fox Techo to bring their F-14 to Microsoft Flight Simulator as their first MSFS add-on. And the feedback and reviews from the community for that have been amazing. Really highly regarded product. So if you want to channel your inner Top Gun, original 86 Top Gun, not Top Gun Maverick, or actually that's technically Top Gun Maverick as well. If you want to fly the Top
い
Gun,
やー、
you can't go wrong with that one. That said, the DC Designs F-14
No way.
is very widely regarded by the community too.
And if you
ヘ
pair
リコプ
those
ター
with
で
the
した
superior mods,
It was a
I
helicopter.
was surprised how well they did the carrier mods. Yeah, I think it was called DLCs. Not sure if they're the same company or they're different companies, but there's a couple of good carrier mods out there. But yeah, they're both by Miltech, I believe. Yeah,
ヒットフォーク
Very
ス。
well done.
Tech is currently working on the
Workman?
Yeah, really. I'm a big military guy myself too. I play a lot of DCS World on my channel as well. And I do fighter
この
jets
ど
from
こ
time
で
to
も
time
着
on
陸できそう
Microsoft
な
Flight
大きいタイヤがいいっすな。
Coming from DCS and seeing how he blurted the F-14.
I like the big tires so I can land anywhere.
This is pretty nice.
They did dumb it down a bit, right? Coming from DCS.
They had to. I can tell they had to.
They had to, yeah.
So yeah, I definitely saw the difference pretty quickly between the DCS one and the Microsoft Flight one. I think they did the best they could though. With the
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
current state of this sim.
not everything could be something simulated.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, DCS is a military sim, whereas Flight Simulator is a civilian sim. So anything like weapon systems related is not going to be modeled in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
The thing I was impressed by, I'm not gonna like keep promoting that 14 per se, but like the way they did the vaccine pilot guy.
The Rio.
The Rio.
Yeah.
I was like, how did you do this in Microsoft Flight Sim? So when I got it, I was like, wow, okay, they actually kind of figured it out. I'm hoping, one thing I hope with this all developer community is I just hope they're taking notes from each other. Like when one developer does something, like, oh, how do you do that? And they do that for their other aircraft as well, and they would continue to push the envelope with these new plans that are coming out, no matter what, whether it's military, civil aviation, airline, whatever. I love seeing like people push. I think that's what they did for sure.
いやー、平和ですな、今日も。
Excited to see what happens this year. We got a lot of big
No,
ones.
it's peaceful today too.
Okay, there's a question then for our panel and for chat as well. Of announced upcoming design, upcoming add-ons, what's your most anticipated third-party mod that's coming in 2024?
しかし
Probably the 777 PMDG.
PMGG 777?
Yep, that's same for me.
Peter?
But-
yeah, either the 777, but
You're gonna
I'm
go
not
for
that
the
kind of a
Chinook.
yeah, or the Chinook indeed.
Yeah. That's more your type.
Hold on, I have a list.
Oh, you got a spreadsheet of all your mods.
せっかく
Yes.
For you, CD, what's on your list?
Zetki Das is the Black Square Coach Duke.
ワールドアップデート16日って海の上ばっかりだ。
particularly for GA
海の上
aircraft.
ばっかり
Watching World Update 16 is all about the ocean.
Are you ready for my list?
All right, let's hear it, Lou.
Here we go. The next 5 minutes, I'm just kidding. Phoenix A320 V2.
Oh yeah.
Obviously the PMDG 777. TFDI MD-11.
Oh yeah, yeah.
iFly 737 Max. FS Reborn Phenom 300.
Oh yeah. Is it coming this year?
Hopefully.
Hey, hopefully, yeah.
Oh, I just thought of another one.
Yeah, me too.
Actually.
飛行機でございますね
757 from
Bluebird.
Bluebird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's open.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I just don't know if it's coming this year or not. I don't know. Hopefully.
They hope fourth quarter or something.
Oh yeah,
Maybe in the
Fly-by
probably in the
wire
new simulator
A380.
then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fly-by-wire A380. Aerosoft 330. Just Flight 300. Flight FX. Citation XX. I think that's. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. That's just part of it. I'm not gonna go
I
through
forgot
it.
the Eni builds A350.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Should
forget.
be
I just
coming
don't
this year.
know if we're gonna get it this year or not.
And
They're hopeful.
To get back to that Chinook SU-50.
あ、またもう行くわ
I saw on their Facebook page
Yeah,
that you're
it is.
very
Amada
もう
noise.
好きです空港
You should be excited. Oh,
Express.
One more is, I gotta shout out my friends at High Performance. I think they just recently released the H160, and I'm
お、
looking
もう
for
ちょっ
it.
とゴールかおーびっくりした死ぬ
145 above, right?
Yeah,
Almost gold.
Test builds incoming, which is nice.
a lot to be excited about.
Yeah.
This year. And we haven't talked about
恐ろしいで
you know what I mean. So, and we haven't talked about the actual.
No,
Microsoft
it's
one.
scary.
I wanted to say there was even a rumor of a whole new simulator. But
Right.
あ
A rumor. Oh, there's a rumor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't announced the aircraft list for Flight Simulator
うん
2024 yet, but
それは
Leeward
生命
has
の
put on record
源
in one of the previous developer
源
maybe it was
で
at
す
the
ね
Flight Sim Expo talk, saying that
The sea is
he
the source
expects
of life,
the community will be very
Yoshitsune.
pleased when they see the full aircraft list of default planes coming
I mean,
by default, no add-on purchase necessary for Flight
it
Simulator.
was already deductible from the trailer. It was already
Well, some of the new planes were shown in the trailer. Definitely not all. Like,
No,
no, exactly,
Jorgen
but-
he mentioned there were no new airliners were shown in the trailer, but he
There
has
were definitely not a
confirmed
single one.
there are new airliners that will be
Yeah,
coming.
who wants airlines?
Well, not me, but I know a lot of people do. So for you airline simmers out there, there's some yet to be revealed aircraft, which we will announce in due time. So please be patient.
や
That was
っ
the
ぱあ
big
れだ
concern.
な
A lot of the, part of the community that do airlines.
As expected.
F15 号も飛行機なのかな
well, I
The Airbus was
just
there, right?
Thoughts on F-15? I wonder if it's an airplane.
The
この
Beluga
飛行機
XL,
でこう
yeah.
周回なんかちょっと軽いな
It isn't
It's a
general
special tier,
aviation by
right?
any
You're not
It would
just
be a
gonna-
lot easier to attend an official meeting on this plane.
well, I just crossed our last POI or 2 days ago. Another lighthouse. Surprise, surprise.
Oh,
I don't know
here.
if the stream is still.
Yeah, it's still frozen. Are you able to restart
No.
your?
Sure.
Okay, I got a question for Factual. I don't know if you're still in the chat on the topic of the Beluga XL and my X-Cup here that I'm flying. Factual, which plane do you think looks happier, the Beluga XL or the X-Cup?
I think the Beluga is just cuter with the whale
Yeah.
eyes.
Have you seen the new one that just came off the assembly line last year that has a winking eye?
Yeah.
Try and find a photo of that. Factual says the Beluga, but I do love the X-Cup.
There.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Ooh.
There's the Beluga
しばらく
XL
体
with
調に
the-
つい
with
て
the
飛ぶ
winking
か
eye. That's
うおびっくりした
adorable. I love it.
Little days.
Narrow it down about your physical condition.
Flight.
違いますリーダーについて飛ぶか
There it is,
Just
airborne.
waiting for the Beluga X.
Do you want to follow the leader?
So, the same with the cargo version of the 747, right? It's always so funny. It's always
the-
laughing.
Front part is
いい
open.
わじゃあなんか前に島が見えてきたおなんか
Such a heavy little plane.
Yeah.
Heiwajima Hanako, the island came into view in front of me.
Meme online of the Boeing X-32. Yes, Rubber Duck mentioned the same thing in the chat.
リーフだ。
It's Leaf.
Yeah, I
あ
haven't seen that.
これも頭の上に穴が開いてる。
Yeah, here it is. So the
Oh,
X-32
this one also has a hole above its head.
competed against the plane that became the F-35 in the Joint
ちょ
Strike
っと
Fighter
おしゃれさ
program.
んかもね。
Both Lockheed and Boeing produced.
Maybe it's a little
prototypes.
stylish so you can see the
For
planes.
the US military.
いやー、リーフが俺を呼んどるで。
F-35 was ultimately selected.
リーフが呼んでるで。
No Leaf for $564.
The X-32, and then they've made a sort of a meme about this.
Oh my god. Who designed that? What were they thinking? That was supposed to be the face of America?
Well, this was the prototype. To be fair, if you saw the mock-up of what the production model would have looked like, it actually looked a lot cooler. Let me see if I can find a picture of that.
Yeah, I've never seen that in my life. That's funny though.
Okay, here's
サンゴ礁じゃ。
so again, this is just an artist drawing, but if it
Coral
had gone to
reef.
production, it would have looked a lot cooler than just the prototype.
Yeah, it does look a little cool.
Yeah.
Still though,
Only a little bit cooler.
slightly less.
Slightly look like it. CD, check out the view on your right, man.
Oh yeah, we got some more islands, little spits
your,
or Ks and water masking over there.
Big, big masking area.
Yep. Hoban Garrick says, I'm guessing that would not have worked well on improvised surfaces. Looks like it could suck up a
Leaf
goat.
jar.
And then Factual says, sim crossover opportunity between Flight Sim and Goat Sim.
Well,
あ、建物が。
And then, oh, hang on.
There are
Goat
also
Sucker
many.
Simulator. No, that's the Chupacabra.
actually, I have a good question. What would be a good crossover for Flight Sim? Like, what would be a really
Lego
good
Flight Sim.
Oh, yes. you are
How
right.
about Doom? Oh wait, we're actually getting that.
Ship simulator or train simulator. Bus
We need
simulator.
a Lego crossover for sure.
Lego flight.
Yes, see, Factual agrees that
Well,
all the
there's,
planes are just Lego.
There's Lego Fortnite is available now.
Well, and Lego Forza.
There's a
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's Lego Forza.
there's a Blender plugin, Tom, where you can make any model into Lego.
You will provide that to me. Well, you will provide exported models to me.
Oh yeah, I can do that as well. We can just make the exterior models all Lego and then just
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what's here's my question then, as someone who's not a developer. I see Wombi's in the chat. Wombi might be able to answer this question.
Wombi, what's up, man?
What would be stopping a developer other than potentially like copyright restrictions from the Lego group? But what would stop a developer from making a Blender model of an aircraft that looks like it's built out of Lego bricks and then adding that into Microsoft Flight Spider?
I mean,
Like that's
how you-
technically feasible, right?
it's technically very feasible because you also have software from Lego itself. It's called stat.io, where you can
Very
just
cleverly.
very cleverly, yeah, right, studio, where you can just design your Lego models for real, and then you can either order parts directly, or you can export it to a assembled 3D model. If you do that and you load that 3D model in Blender and you replace the exterior file of one of the default planes with that model, you would already have a functioning Lego plane. It's-
Factual says you want more functionality though, like bricks falling off with a wing strike.
Yeah, so
Absolutely. It has
that
to be just
that would be way more work. But
has
just
to be
just to replace the exterior model with a Lego-based version, it's hours work, tops.
Yeah.
I
By
can
the
do
way,
it.
Wambi, I got a new project for you. Your next new whimsical add-on.
I'll create the plane that one.
By the way, look at this beautiful scenery here. It's pretty spectacular. Once again, some gorgeous water masks.
So what is this island we're coming from now? Edie?
I
just
can't remember the name of the island, but
Oh,
it's
Leaf
even
Jar.
so it's a Caribbean island off north.
Leaf jar.
So we're no
な
longer
サン
in
ゴ
the
礁が呼んでる
Netherlands
ぜ
and
サンゴ
Antilles.
礁だ
We're now our full stop landing will be
Tuna coral reef is reading it.
we got a POI here 3 nautical miles away, and I think the runway is just over there somewhere. So we're pretty close to our full stop. I think what's this,
Either, and I think
Margarita? Is that the name of the island? I actually don't know.
これちゃんとこう見えてるっぽいけど車輪出してるってことは
Flight
着
model
陸
should
体
just
して
be
いる
like
の
literal
か
just bricks throwing through the air.
A song about the wheels coming out when you hear the sound. Are you ready to land?
飛行機なのに車輪出しっぱなし型か
Yo, Lego 16 Bravo Heavy.
Is it the way to leave it alone?
いやー車輪出しっぱなし型かもな
This island is beautiful though, man. Wow.
It
It might have been left out.
車輪がしまえそうな気配がない
Okay, that's auto gen. I thought it was like really.
To my. I don't think so.
No way, this is such a cool
いやー
little
この
spot
服
right
もなか
here.
なかいいモデルですね
Wow.
Wow, the water
It's a
looks
pretty good model.
immaculate here too. Holy cow!
それに着陸するところ
Looks
があ
like
る
there's a big solar panel farm here.
This is where we're landing. I'm like just flying over it looking at it.
Yeah, this
Is
the
there a
full
place
stop
to land
landing.
here?
We're at our 2 hours. You need to pronounce it like Roquez or Roquez.
More Spanish, Roques.
Wami says I was going to fly along, but I was so sleepy. This has been an absolutely wonderful conversation to have a little nap to. Thank you. So, Wami, what I'm hearing is that the sound of my voice puts you to sleep.
I'm not sure it's a compliment, CD.
Yeah. All right. So, question for chat: should I do a runway landing or a water landing here at our
Water.
full stop destination?
We do
There's the runway
landings.
below us.
Yeah, we do runways every week. Let's do the water.
So let's do a water landing. All right. Where's a nice, beautiful stretch of water we can put the plane out? You know what? This big blue patch right here. I'm gonna land there.
It's called the ocean.
Well, no, okay, the very light aqua blue patch. The very pretty part.
I'm still 33 miles out.
Come on, Peter.
I'm doing 125 indicated. It's like I'm standing still or something.
Come on.
あ東大だ
All right. So once again, chat, this was a temporary 1-week break from our Community Fly-In Friday World Tour. We wanted to show off the recently released World Update. Sorry, not Sim Update. World Update 16 Caribbean, which now available as a free download
What a
from
cool
the Instant
console.
Marketplace. So make sure you go in and get that if you haven't already. We'll be back.
This
next
is it
week
already.
for the return of the Community Fly-In Friday World Tour. Let me just check my notes here to see what we have going on for that one.
来週はまた
Ireland, no?
ワールド
Yeah,
ツアーが
we're
始
leaving
まるって言って
Reykjavik,
ますか
Iceland, and we're flying to Dublin, Ireland, with a touch. and
Russia,
go
are
in
you
Faroe
saying that the
Islands.
original world
And,
tour will
for
start?
Guest co-hosts next week. Looks like we don't have a guest next week. It's just me, Peter, and Tom.
I am landing runway 07.
We have to CD.
Chat. Anyone who wants to join? Join.
Please.
Now's your chance.
I can't stand tumbling on its own. It's just,
So Tappy says try to get Two-Tone. Well, funny you should say that. Two-Tone is actually joining us the following week, 2 weeks from now, when we fly from Dublin to London. So Two-Tone's a confirmed guest on that one. Didn't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, though.
Two-tone.
Oh, wow, this water. Man, this is pretty. Wow.
自動車が
fine.
も
I actually like the sunglasses look we all.
But
Except
I like how it
Might be
looks, but I hate how it
う
how
冬
I-
に
how I-
勧告してもらわない
Makes
か
my
な
screen not so bright. I mean, I can always turn it on.
I wonder if I could ask FA to make a recommendation.
be able to read.
It's just my stream deck is
Oh,
invisible
結構風
because of the
強いな。
polarizing lenses.
Oh, it's quite windy.
So I have a
6ノッ
non-polarized
トってとこですな
You know why I have a real non-pilot
That's about
license?
6 knots.
You're a real life pilot.
Because I'm a real life pilot.
When was the last time you flew, Peter?
Last week actually.
No, I don't believe it.
In 30 knots winds as well.
Nice.
Yeah, it was,
2020ってかっこよかったな。
VNP was cool.
last week. It was a sporty flying weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
Oh, look at this! Look at this beaver doing a
Free
formation
parking
landing
breeze.
on the water.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
Chair parking bleach.
A tiny little bay right next to it.
No way.
しかし、
Have
ワール
you
ドア
guys
ップデート
see, have I
16
never
を
seen
堪
these
能する
games
もの
on
に
flying?
は
I see Peter.
海の
Oh,
上
I
ば
don't
か
know.
り
You
で
should
し
be
た
able
ね。
to see these. You're on the Southeast Asia server here. I mean, there's a
The only
limit,
way
I
to
think,
enjoy
that
World
shows
Update
top
16 was at
35,
sea.
top 50 maybe closest players to me. So you have to be one of the 50 people that's closest to me, and then you'll show up. Or yeah, I have to be one of the 50 people that's closest to you for me to show up.
Wait, so when you land on water, how do you brake? Yeah.
You can't. What you can do is what I did there. Once you're below stall speed, so you won't take off again, you can pull hard back on your stick to create more drag with your elevator.
Double flaps.
Yeah, obviously you can see here I've got full flaps deployed as well. But there's no brakes in the conventional sense. You just have to use the friction of the water to slow you down.
やっぱり公式集会はいろんな飛行機が見えるのが楽しいですね。
The floats don't play.
As expected, Takatsuki Chuka is fun because you can see all kinds of airplanes.
Factual brings the pro gamer
EF109 なかなかのス
just run
ピー
into
ドで
something and then you stop. You know,
EF109 is quite fast.
I actually managed to land.
なかなかのスピードでタクシングしてきましたね。
So please taxi at this speed.
So folks, we're going to sign off here. I got a couple comments in the chat. Alex says this was a special client. He needs to see all the
It's shining, it's shining.
area. Thanks to the stream. Mail Morris says thanks for the great flight. Love the world update. A lot of great Bear Patrice says extra sad. I didn't get to join this week with these views. We'll be quiet tonight. Johnny, as always. Libertorious says this was fun. Well, glad everyone had a good time. This was a fabulous flight in my opinion as well. You know, not to pat myself and the team on the back too hard, but the Caribbean World Update, it does look pretty magnificent. Some gorgeous tropical scenery here. I want to thank our panel, Peter and Tom, our regular guests, and of course special guest co-host Blue Games. And once again, link his YouTube in the chat. Go ahead, click that link, hit the subscribe
It's a
button,
beautiful
like,
airplane.
ring the bell, do all those things that YouTuber's always asked to do. He's getting close.
Oh, びっくりした。
It's in sight of that 100K subscriber threshold.
みんな
So
飛
let's
行機
do our
乗っ
best
てらっしゃいます
to
な。
get there. And on that note,
You are on a
over to the
plane.
panel for any final words. Peter, we'll start with you.
Not much. Do I have to wear my sunglasses?
Well, we're flying Reykjavik to Dublin next week, so you be
No.
the judge.
Yeah, I'll use my headlamp then.
ダークスター。
Retard.
Dark Star.
Great. Tom, any comments from you?
As always, was a nice flight. Like the scenery, the Caribbean, always a nice place to fly, but now especially the World Update. But I'm
Corsair.
also looking forward again to next week to be
意
chatting.
外ともうちょっとなんかスマートなイメージでしたけど、こ
All
うや
right,
って
and
見る
Blue is
と
our special guest co-host.
後ろの方は
You
意
get the
外
last
と
word this week.
ずんぐ
Any
りして
final
ます
thoughts,
な。
community? Anything you want to promote on your channel? Anything you got interesting?
I had the impression that it was a bit more slender than I expected, but when you look at it like this, the back part is surprisingly stocky.
As far as promotion, I do have another series I'm doing currently. I call it my virtual pilot career, where basically I start as a nobody pilot with no reputation, no job, and I have to get a job at various airlines and try to keep those jobs. I actually got fired from WestJet.
ありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。
Thank you very much. Thank you for your hard work.
You want to check it out? Yeah, thank you guys so much.
By the way,
Do it.
fun fact, Lou, I actually briefly worked for WestJet.
See you soon.
About 10 years ago. I was an IT consultant in my earlier career. I worked for WestJet for about 3 months, and let me tell you, I got some pretty sweet views from their headquarters at the Calgary International Airport. My cubicle overlooked one of the runways, and I got to watch the planes take off and land all day. So that was,
Is it still going
that was
on?
pretty sweet.
The official distribution is.
Maybe you can contact them and get my job back.
I'll see what I can do. I don't know how much sway I have there. The CEO at the time is no longer with the company from when I was there, so I'm not sure if I know. Actually, now that I say it, I do know someone who works in HR at WestJet, so I actually do have an in for you there.
It's all good. But yeah, thank you guys again as always.
All right, well, always a pleasure to have you, Blue, and look forward to seeing you back on the stream again sometime soon. And once again, chat, go subscribe to Blue's YouTube channel, watch his videos, hit the like button, leave a comment, hit the bell so you get notifications, do all that stuff. He's a great content creator and definitely deserves your support and your viewership on YouTube. So chat, we're back next week with stage 6 or stage 5? I can't remember. I think it's stage 6 now. Community Flying Friday World Tour, Reykjavik to Dublin. Also, my colleague Chewy is back next week after a 1-week hiatus with Tube Liner Tuesday. He's also going to be in the Caribbean next week to showcase some of the new scenery from World 2016 on his airline-based stream.
You said that next week you'll be continuing your 6th world tour.
We're going to sign off here. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
ありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。また来週お願いします。ということで、
Thank you very much for your hard work.
ありがとうございました。
See you next week. Uma.
では、失礼します。Thank you for watching. Have a nice day or good night. Goodbye.
Now, excuse me. Thank you for watching. Good night.